We have breaking news. Adam Schefter just reporting that Tyreek Hill is going to the Miami Dolphins for 5 draft picks. So Tyreek Hill from Kansas City to the Miami Dolphins, not the New York Jets. This was his choice, and they get 5 draft picks in return. Robert Griffin III, you're hearing the breaking news as I am. What's your reaction?
Sage, I'm like, man, I wish I could have got my answer in right before you reported that. But I was going to say the Dolphins. I was going to say the Dolphins because I like the scheme with what Mike McDaniel will be able to do with Tyreek Hill. He'll allow any quarterback to push the ball down the field because he's just simply faster than everybody, whether it's on a football field, on the track, or at his home. Also, with the Dolphins, for the bag, he's going to a state with no state income tax. So he really checked the boxes there. But Tyreek Hill is one of the best receivers in all of football, and not just a game breaker down the field. His run after the catch is incredible. So this is an unbelievable acquirement by the Dolphins to get Tyreek Hill and allow Tua to have an opportunity in a make-or-break year to have a weapon that Patrick Mahomes has coveted for his entire career. So, I mean, this is just wow. My reaction is just like everybody else's. Very unexpected, but great for the Dolphins.
So more details on this, the 5 picks that they are getting in exchange for Tyreek Hill, and does include their first rounder from this year, number 29 overall. So it is a load that Kansas City is getting in return. What does this do? And I want you to go a little bit deeper here on the offense for the Dolphins. We've been waiting to see Tua Tagovailoa take that next step. Immediately, what do you expect? How do you expect that to play out as they get Tyreek Hill down there in South Florida?
Well, yeah, now, Sage, you're partnering Tua and getting Tyreek to partner with Devontae Parker, with Jalen Waddle. These guys, they brought in Ryan Mostert at running back, Chase Edmonds at running back. They just signed Teron Armstead. I mean, McDaniel and his staff are literally putting the pieces together to go out and compete at the highest level. I wouldn't say that they're like Super Bowl contenders at this point, but they're going to give a lot of teams a lot of headache. And when you look at the Chiefs, like now they're asking more out of Travis Kelce. They're asking more out of Juju Smith-Schuster. They're asking more out of Mecole Hardman, and then praying that Josh Gordon can have a resurgence, the former All-Pro. But getting the first-round pick for the Chiefs is big because this receiver class is very, very deep and very talented. So maybe they feel like they can mimic the success with Tyreek Hill, but I don't see that. I don't see it right now. I don't know. Tyreek Hill is a very special player, and those guys don't grow on trees.
Absolutely. By the way, when you look at the AFC East standings from this just completed 2021 season, the Dolphins were only 2. It was a pretty tight division. They were only 2 games back, 9-8, 2 games back of the Buffalo Bills, a game back of the Patriots. Do you see them really competing now for the title in the AFC East with this Buffalo team that people like you think could take it all in the AFC?
Yeah, I definitely think Buffalo is going to take it all, but I do think for Miami, it doesn't just move them closer to Buffalo, but it also improves their standings in the AFC as a whole. You got to give credit to Brian Flores for how he built the team and allowed them to be a resilient group, but now they were competitive last year, and they didn't have Teron Armstead. They didn't have Chase Edmonds. They didn't have Ryan Mostert. They didn't have Tyreek Hill. They got all these new weapons out there, and they have an offensive-minded head coach. So, whew. The Miami Dolphins are going to be cooking down there, and I know the Dolphin fans are just jumping with joy right now.
I like how you pointed out the bag, because that no state income tax, that matters, especially if you are Tyreek Hill. Now, all week long, we've been talking to you about the AFC West and how that is probably the most competitive division in football. So now, I believe you had the Chiefs number 1, and then you jumped up to having the Raiders number 2 when Devontae Adams went there. What does this do? The loss of Tyreek Hill for the Chiefs, what does this do to their power, I guess, in that division?
Yeah, Sage, it's monumental. For their power offensively, those rankings, it now moves them down below the Raiders. It's not because the guys that they have aren't talented, and they've got arguably the best tight end in the game in Travis Kelce, but Tyreek Hill was a big reason for them to be up there in the first place. And now I feel like the Chiefs have to do even more work at receiver and other positions, and especially their defense, because they're not going to be able to score at will as much as they could or quickly with Tyreek Hill. People need to remember that all these games that Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs came back to win, a lot of them involved quick strike scores from Tyreek Hill. Now that all leans towards Mecole Hardman and maybe a draft pick that they get with the 5 picks they got from the Dolphins.
Incredible. Robert, we're trying to remember, this is one of the craziest off seasons I feel like we've had in a long time. Am I overstating it, just a prisoner of the moment? What's going on?
No, Sage, you're not being a prisoner of the moment. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, when did the NFL become the NBA, right? We talk about how the NBA had all these crazy trades and people are teaming up together, and now we got the AFC West, which is like the SEC of the NFL, you know, with all this talent. And Tyreek Hill's just like, you know what? I'm going to go somewhere else. I don't want to be here. They're going to pay me a bunch of money. I'll go be with the Dolphins. This is bananas.
By the way, Adam Schefter up with a retweet of Stephon Diggs from Buffalo, and all Stephon Diggs said was, the hell is going on? I love it. And that was before the trade became official. So, yeah, stay tuned to SportsCenter. Robert Griffin III, thank you. Thank you for reacting live with us here on the show.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.